when this match was confirmed, both men were actually kind of silent about it.
What's Graves doing?
I don't know what Graves has in mind here. Oh, he's got his own personal. Graves has his own personal holders of his gear. All right, well, here we go.
Here we go. When Hammerstone was the first champion. Not quite.
And it's for the FSW Heavyweight Championship. Your referee, Justin Borden. Introducing first the challengers, standing to my left. Weighing in at 258 pounds of USDA Grade A beef. Hailing from Phoenix, Arizona, this is Hammerstone! And introducing his opponent, standing in the corner to my right. Hailing from 6 feet deep, he is the reigning and defending FSW Heavyweight Champion. This is Graves!
And what a battle it should be. Hammerstone and Graves. And I got to say, I believe the fans are torn on this one.
I think they would be too. Best friends, training partners, but more importantly, they are competitors. And there's nothing people are more competitive about than the FSW heavyweight champion, Hammerstone, a former two-time heavyweight champion. Graves, currently the longest running FSW champion in company history. They've met once before for the for this title. Hammerstone used a shortcut to get that win. We're going to find out if tonight's going to be a little different. Both men have shown a different side of them since that last heavyweight title encounter.
As we said, we know these guys would be split down the middle. As long as we don't get a finger poke of doom, I'm going to be happy.
I would quit, to be honest with you. But we saw when Hammerstone won that championship for the first time, it made him into a worse person. Graves, a few months deep into that title reign, made him a better person. But times have changed a lot for both these guys. If it stays on the ground, one thing that won't change is Graves absolutely has the advantage.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Over the last 497 days, Graves has turned the FSW arena into his war zone. No challenger has been safe against him.
And Hammerstone, he has been on a roll since our return, and it was just destined to happen that these two would have to meet for the heavyweight championship here inside the FSW arena. Day of reckoning. We are going to be back with Ground Zero on April 24th. And we're going to have some of the biggest names, and it's going to be your opportunity to see the new tag team champions, the Unguided.
But who's going to be the heavyweight champion on that night? We know the Nevada State champion will be Remy Marcel. We know.
And we also have a class in the case. We have class. Will he try to cash in quickly, or will he check out who the opponents are?
I think he's going to play mind games and manipulate people in that case. And we know Ice Williams' record-setting title reign will continue for Ground Zero. But who's going to be the heavyweight champion?
And right now, a lot of ground action going on between Hammerstone and Graves, which to me means Hammerstone is playing into Graves' strength.
And I know there was a reunion in the middle of all this, but you have to wonder a little bit if Hammerstone was a little bit jealous of the fact that the man who took the title from him, Chris Bay, was the man that Graves defeated for that championship.
Well, you know, the one thing that does make you successful in this business is believing in yourself, and sometimes you got to have that ego. And, you know, right now, I'm pretty sure these guys are both wondering who is the better guy. They haven't wrestled each other in a couple years.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they have been able to compete against one another, especially with something as prestigious as the FSW Championship on the line. We got an internationally traveled superstar in Hammerstone. And as I mentioned, grappling advantage goes to Graves. Striking advantage goes to Graves. Oh my God, but the power advantage, it was debatable until that second. Inverted T-bone at a Hammerstone.
You know, that is a move that we've seen Graves pull off on numerous occasions, but the strength of Hammerstone never to be denied.
Yeah, normally Graves, the suplex machine, but Hammerstone, he's been able to bust out a lot of high-impact suplexes. He's got a wide array of offense. And as we mentioned, training partners. These two know what to expect from each other generally. But Hammerstone does have the size advantage over Graves.
And right now they are working at a methodical pace.
And as I mentioned, both men kind of silent after this match was announced for the title. Although during his introductions heading into that #1 contenders match, Hammerstone made it known he's going to be a 3-time champion after the end of tonight.
Oh, and look at that. These guys firing back and forth.
Shot for shot, both of these men you would not want to exchange strikes with, but both of these men could take each other's best shots.
And look at this. Deadlift from Hammerstone.
Extreme power from the former champion. Look at Graves, though. He's hooked his legs around the ropes, not allowing Hammerstone to pull him away and go for a cover. Great ring awareness by the champion.
And Graves probably not used to getting tossed around like that.
Not at all. What a standing drop kick from Hammerstone.
1, 2. Definitely, without a doubt, one of the best in the business. Hammerstone with the drop kick. And it looks like Graves in the corner right there trying to rethink his strategy.
Yeah, normally Graves dominates his opponents. We've seen him get thrown off by a few challengers throughout his reign, but he's always been able to overcome and walk out with the title. Will tonight be different?
That big forearm hammering into the back of Graves. You know, it has been a long night tonight here inside the FSW arena, and it's great to see that most of the fans still here, Jake.
It's amazing to me I still have a voice after everything that's gone down tonight.
You know what? Take tomorrow off, will you?
Thank you. But look at Hammerstone. He wasn't prepared for Graves to fight out of it, but before Graves can, he hurts him to the outside.
And Graves gets thrown back in, and look at this, Hammerstone. No love lost going on right now.
Yeah, Hammerstone has controlled this match ever since he caught the charging Graves and suplexed him across the ring. Bicycle kick right to the side of the head.
And right now, Hammerstone in control, but the Graves fans are trying to get him going.
I don't think they expected this match to be as one-sided as it's been. I don't think anyone did.
Hammerstone's enjoying the fans. For a long time, Hammerstone could care less what the fans thought.
Yeah, he's been enjoying the adulation from the people, something he hadn't experienced in a while. Oh, look at the Graves doing everything he can to fight this. But his side is exposed, and that allows Hammerstone to attack. But Hammerstone goes to the hair to make sure he gets that abdominal stretch in.
You know, I could look at these two guys, and that when the night is over, whoever wins, whoever loses, I'm pretty sure these guys are going to be at the bar drinking together.
Drinking and eating protein with bruises on their face and welts all over their bodies.
And laughing and joking about how much fun it was.
Nothing to laugh about at the moment, though. That's for later. Look at this. Juji Gatami, he's trying to lock it in, the cross arm breaker.
And it looks like he's got it locked in, and Hammerstone.
Well, Hammerstone not letting his grip slip. And look at the way he just shifted his body weight, forcing Graves to never fully get the hook in for that submission. Again, Hammerstone can't trade submissions with Graves.
I think he wants to see if he can, though.
That would be a key mistake if you try to. No one's going to match submissions with Graves.
Like a Mack truck.
Oh! Another time. Hammerstone connects. We heard that all throughout the building.
And just when it looked like Graves might be building some momentum, Hammerstone stops him in his tracks.
Yeah, the train hasn't gotten a lot of momentum. And that's all because of Hammerstone. He's been the conductor of this match. Not sure.
I think that might have fired up Graves.
Yeah, not sure. Hammerstone should have known better. He knows what makes Graves tick. Hammerstone got a little overconfident.
I think Hammerstone should go for a truce. And the big right hand from Graves, but look at this, Hammerstone, he keeps on the attack.
There are no truces in title fights. And now Hammerstone has found himself in Graves' war zone.
And look at that, sprawled out. 1, 2. And Graves is fired up.
Graves is fired up, and that's trouble.
You know, this is his first opportunity to really put something together in this matchup against Hammerstone.
Look at that. Hammerstone tried that bicycle kick for a third time, and Graves caught it. Look at the power of Graves. Death Valley driver released him in midair.
And Graves slowly going for the cover. 1, 2. And once again, Hammerstone able to kick out. You know, there's no doubt this is a battle of the bruiserweights, as I like to call it.
Yeah, we got two big hosses throwing bombs. Oh, looks like he's going for that choke. I believe it's a Kata Hachime from my vantage point, but it doesn't matter because Hammerstone rolls him off.
And once again, Hammerstone.
Oh my God. The strength of Hammerstone drops him, swings him around.
1, 2.
But Hammerstone a little lackadaisical with that cover. But that might have been all he was able to do. He might not have been able to really cinch in a leg hook or anything like that going for the pin.
And it looks like the crowd once again trying to get behind the heavyweight champion, Graves.
Hammerstone going for the gold for a third time. And he says it's done. But signaling to the crowd, bought a little bit of time for the champion.
Yeah, big mistake from Hammerstone, and now it has got Graves fired up.
Graves was fired up, but Hammerstone puts the fire out again. Not able to sustain much. Not able to get a long-term advantage. Graves has had every one of his tricks countered by Hammerstone.
And look at this, Hammerstone. And Graves holding on with his left hand, not allowing it. And look at this, he slips through.
That's going to wake you up, being clubbed in the back like that.
And Graves nails him with another forearm, and now they are both up top.
What is this? What is the champ gonna do here?
Hopefully not kill each other.
That is a lot of humanity on the top rope. Oh my God! The force sends Hammerstone to the outside.
That is a superplex.
Both men had an ugly landing. Hammerstone's worse. Well, we're halfway through the count. No one wants to see this end in a count out of any kind.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Graves does not want to win that way.
Including Graves, who's going to the outside.
And he is trying to drag in the carcass of Hammerstone.
Yeah, the large carcass of Hammerstone. That's a tough guy and try to maneuver. And finally.
Oh, and Graves.
And finally, Graves has gotten some decent length control in this matchup. And it took him putting his body on the line to do so.
And right now, Graves finally gotten control of this match. He is in command of Hammerstone.
This is what the FSW Heavyweight Championship is all about. Two men fighting each other for the prestige of holding the championship, holding nothing back. Making sure you get a memorable title fight in our first pay-per-view of 2021.
And now I think the friendship has been thrown out the window in this match between both of these guys.
Well, the friendship has to go. You can't look at your opponent as a friend. This isn't. Oh, look at that.
And Graves is just smashing Hammerstone in the head.
Absolutely remorseless, Graves. Each shot more devastating than the last.
And Graves knows a man like Hammerstone is a man who can easily win this match. And right now, Graves is just trying to make sure that that doesn't happen.
Oh, and he's got wrist control. That means Hammerstone's controlled by Graves.
You know, when these guys first started as a tag team, you know, Graves was the more experienced guy. Hammerstone.
Oh, my God.
Was the fan favorite that they loved. And a lot of times people felt that Graves, felt that he did all the hard work. And Hammerstone kind of coasted by. But now we're at a different time as Hammerstone and Graves. These are two monsters. And Hammerstone, one of the biggest rising stars in professional wrestling. Oh, and look at that, the kick right to the head.
And now Hammerstone looking to go high risk. He wants to kick it up a gear in this match. Top rope drop kick. But Hammerstone has sustained so much damage in this match, his back could not take the landing.
And you could see both men, they are spent.
The fans watching in enjoyment as these two just throw bombs at each other. Hard-hitting heavyweight title match between two hosses.
The reversal.
The single H knee. Another standing drop kick. Sends Graves flying. What is Hammerstone saying to the ref? And Hammerstone, it looks like he's gearing up to take the title away from his best friend.
But Graves still fighting back. And look at this, he caught belly-to-belly suplex. And
Hammerstone just draping his body across Graves, but not able to do it.
And look at that. You could just see the exhaustion in both these guys' faces.
Oh! But he left himself open. For that judo choke, it cuts off the flow of blood to your brain. How long can Hammerstone hold on here? Graves has it cinched in on the massive frame of Hammerstone.
And Hammerstone is trying, and he has gotten to his knees, and he's turned it around.
A tremendous display of heart and fortitude out of Hammerstone to be able to survive that, because not many people can.
And he is able to back up Graves into the turnbuckle to break the hold. And once again, these two guys, they are giving it all they can. Main event here, a day of reckoning. The heavyweight championship on the line. Will Graves retain, or will Hammerstone become the first ever 3-time champion?
That's what Hammerstone has set his sights on, regaining that title to be the first 3-time champion. And Hammerstone has been in this spot before.
Oh, look at this.
Both these men have came off the top early in this match.
Graves,
and it was tide turning. The momentum shifted. And Hammerstone somehow holds on. Graves!
And Graves hits the final cut, and this could be it. But I'm not sure he has anything left in the tank to make the cover.
Yeah, Graves somehow absorbing that superplex and corkscrewing the soul and body of Hammerstone dead center in the ring. Both men spent. This is the type of championship match that even if Graves were to win this, going into his next title defense, he'll be incredibly weakened if he can retain.
And they are finally both to their feet. And this is an all-out war.
Well, if the intensity wasn't high before, it looks like it's about to pick up.
And these two guys look like they're ready to go for the 15th and final round. And they are trying to end it and give it all they got.
Oh no! Release! Gotch suplex, but Hammerstone, I don't think Graves is aware that Hammerstone's back to his feet.
But look at that, another reversal.
And another release. Graves knows how to position those suplexes perfectly. He's the master. And a third. A fourth release suplex.
And you watch this match, and there don't seem to be a lot of pinfall attempts. Like right there, you would think that Graves would go for the victory.
Well, he's signaling for the end. Is he going to dash the hopes of Hammerstone's third world title reign? 5 German suplexes. Hammerstone releasing each one to cause more damage to the challenger. How much can the human body take?
And right now, once again, Graves calling for the finish as Hammerstone.
Just the intensity we've seen in each championship match. Look at that, Graves going for that judo choke again. Hammerstone has to reach the ropes.
And he did reach the ropes.
But for a split second it was. Turning the champion inside out.
And right now, what are we going to do? Hammerstone.
Wicked sit-out powerbomb. And the champion continues.
We may see a draw, like I said earlier, between these two.
I don't know. I didn't expect that. I did not expect these men to be able to take so many hard shots, to take such punishment and continue. But that's how much the championship means. The intensity we've seen in all the title fights tonight. might be outdone in this heavyweight championship match.
And the fans going back and forth. The Hammerstone fans, the Graves fans. I am not sure that Hammerstone is going to be able to get Graves up for the Nightmare Pendulum.
Well, he got him up, but he didn't expect this. Half and half, tequila sunrise suplex. And Hammerstone again, after Graves hits something high impact, make sure he gets out of bounds. Not in between the ropes.
And Hammerstone is slithering and trying to hold on to the bottom rope.
Two absolute titans in this heavyweight championship match.
And it looks like Graves is just giving up.
I mean, Graves, it looked like he wanted to use that apron as a weapon, but Hammerstone was putting up too much of a fight. And Hammerstone lured him in and trapped him. He posted Graves. Oh, come on, man. Spine meets the edge of the ring.
I guess the other option would have been on the concrete, so.
Well, either way, could be a travesty for Graves. Graves, that might have been the closest near fall we've had in this match.
And as you can see, the exhausted is setting in, but neither man is going to give up.
Torture rack position. Burning hammer.
The cover, 1, 2.
Somehow Graves survives the burning hammer.
And I thought that was it. I thought we had a new champion, but no.
Well, we might now. Hammerstone attempted it earlier. Graves was able to thwart it. But is this going to be the end of Graves' title reign? Has the pendulum, has the tide turned in FSW?
1, 2, 3, and there it is. We have a new champion.
And new FSW heavyweight champion, Hammerstone.
I don't know, in my 4 years now here in FSW, if I have ever seen a more intense and hard-hitting heavyweight title match. And it happened between two men who are best friends. But most importantly, they are competitors that always give it their all, especially in high-stake matches like this.
And you can see what a night of wrestling tonight. New champions were crowned. Hammerstone, for the first time ever, becomes a 3-time heavyweight champion.
A record-setting title reign, ended by now a record-setting champion.
And you know these two, they're going to laugh about it at the bar after the show tonight.
Yeah, why onlookers see their faces swelling from the shots they've taken. The bruises on their bodies start showing life. These two just had a war, and how fitting for the former gods of war that they just had a heavyweight title classic.